do this thing.
Okay, so time to have some fun, time to unearth Uluru. So we have the scene here 70 million years ago. We have our dinosaurs, we have the ancestors of the echidna, platypus there, all going about their business there. Beneath them is the progenitor of Uluru sitting down below, waiting to be unearthed. And so what we're about to experience is 70 million years of time crunch, quickly unloading the material rather around Uluru, and to reveal that persistent, resistant multijewel arcos of Uluru. So let's begin. There's going to be some fun here. So I've got my hose here, and so we begin, and all the mud slowly gets washed away. The dinosaurs die out. They will eventually become fossils in strata in the future, and you can see that slowly the watershed of Uluru, that gentle hill, and all those animals are slowly taken away. And then let's just move them down here and look at the flow of water happening. So obviously this took 70 million years to do, so it's not going to take us that long, hopefully not. But under here we have the resistant material of Uluru. It's been cooked and baked in deep earth over the last 4 supercontinent cycles. We've got Nuna, Rodinia, and Gondwana, Pangaea have all conspired to create the perfect storm of geological processes to create Uluru. It's much like pottery in a way, I suppose, and eventually you start to get the material, and that starts to flow off into the Amadeus Basin, and all this material slowly moves away, and eventually you're starting to see the beginnings of Uluru. There it is, it's there. We knew it was there underneath the feet of the dinosaur, and slowly this material gets taken away and revealed. Those dinosaurs are now long fossils there, and there it is. We can see the bevel of Uluru, and it begins with a hard surface with maybe a bit of soil on top, and then you can see that all this material is just shedding off and flowing off. The resistant material is uncompromised, unfaltered, and doesn't show any sign of cracking whatsoever. And so any weathering is very minimal, and essentially it doesn't get into the nooks and crannies like it has done at Karajuta. Clearly you can see that Karajuta was far more compromised than Uluru. You can see all the domes there, and this is essentially what we've got, this incredible unearthing there. So this water, wind and rain represents the watershed effect of Uluru, and all the water and wind that shapes it. But what's most important there is that the water around here creates the steep-sidedness of Uluru, and creates the flares that we see around Uluru. And in conjunction with that, we can see the Taphany caves that we see around Uluru, particularly on the north side. Some beautiful caves that we have here, and you can see the material also heading off and flowing into the Amadeus Basin, and eventually into Lake Eyre. That's our sea, in fact, because all the water that falls here never makes it to the sea. And so what we have today is Uluru unearthed by this water. This water, for me, sort of represents the arrow of time, that flow, the relentlessness and the power of it chipping away. And despite the persistent flow of water, it resists, and you can see the beautiful ribs and gutters on top of Uluru. And where it's most interesting is around the edge or around the sides of the Ulurus. You have these big gaping mouth caves and all the interesting structures. In fact, you can see Uluru, the different stages of its steep-sided formation all around Uluru, these caves at different stages of development there. And now if you take that away and have the sunset on it, it's something that's recognisable there. But what we've also done there is actually revealed further down, this is below ground level, that in fact the rock strata goes deep down underneath the surface of Uluru, and you can see there's a bit of a platform as well that exists around the base of Uluru that extends out, and that represents the wider strata. But you can see if I move the water away, that rock strata there represents the vertical lines going down. And we only see about 350 metres of it, but that's a fraction of what lies down beneath. At least 3 kilometres, other speculations of even 6 kilometres vertically down. So this is the limb of almost a near vertical rock strata tilted by the Alice Springs orogeny. This is the culmination of the supercontinent cycle over the last 2 billion years. This is Nuna, Rodinia, Gondwana, Pangaea, all playing their role, all creating the perfect storm to create Uluru that we see today. And it's revealed, it's almost like a celebration when you take out pottery from a kiln and see the beauty of it, the incredible processes that has made it, and it's an extraordinary place. It really is. When you see Uluru, you're seeing deep time, deep space and deep earth power.